there, Scott from Wessex Blades. Doing a quick vid to show you where I am leather wise. So thanks for joining me again. And where can I start? I'll start with a little one. Right, this is a show and tell for Christian. So I'll probably email you tomorrow. Obviously, with also working on other leather sheaths, as this goes along, this is getting more and more coats of carnauba. So this has been gently improved and deepened as it's gone. And what Christian wanted was fish tooling on a black leather sheath. My standard obviously is double row lock stitch for the larger knives. Little Kellens and stuff is obviously too small a sheath to sort of make it twice the size of it, but that's double row lock stitch there. And now my whatever belt loop is on there, be it one over the top or a separate one because you've got a collar or a fold over sheath, these now are double stitched, which means I've gone round and then around again. So belt and braces. The way that this is retained, it's central in the sheath, so it's like a lot of fishing knives have moulded plastic sheaths, so you just go in like that with your thumb and pull it out. So, I don't know, is it martinis or something? So that's the sort of orientation in the sheath. It's retained on the two sides and pinched. The fat belly is pinched here, so there's plenty of retention, but we'll actually take it out. There's your thumb. There. Comes out like that. Neat and tidy. Tidy welt. And I'm arriving at a slightly more matte finish. More of a natural look. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to put his initials subtly on there as well. So there's a sort of Saxonish sort of font there for his initials. So that was for Christian. The next one's for Glyn. Still got to do his Kydex on a Merlin. And what Glyn wanted was a Leku sheath in leather. Wolf tooling, Viking, Celtic. So what I do is I'll go on the internet and find a few interesting ideas, adapt them, make them mine, simplify it, stylize it, and then so I'm not ripping off some bloke who's spent hours doing artwork. I then spend hours redoing it all, so it's you can see where the inspirations come from, but it is actually quite different from the original. A fair departure. Again, double row lock stitch. Really nice piece of leather on this one if I remember. We've got a Spartan on the back. Again, double stitched. Rear, sort of round and round again. What was a D-ring to hang it. So he's got somewhere to put it, I think. Covered sheath. So it just looks, discreet. And he had a little cutlass model rather than a drop point. I had a lot of interest actually on the drop point version. There's a different tip on it, so could well see a few more of them in the future. This was in a thick one, so this is in 4.7mm 52-100 with partial bainite heat treat, so it's a very tough blade. And the 52-100 takes a wicked micro bevel. I'll just be able to see it glinting in the light. There he is. Micro convex on the edge there. Burly-tastic. And solid brass pins on this model because it's sort of 5mm and then 8mm. So 3/8 and 5/8. Murder square spine on it. So, Glyn's Leku, and I'll be on your kydex the weekend, but it's books season, so I'll be spending a few weekends doing me books, working through the week on projects such as this, and admin marathon at the weekends. And then this is a one I wasn't happy with the etch, and what I'll do is I'll re-blue it to even it all up. And this was like an example knife I've been using for stalls and meats, so people can actually get hold of a jackal. Jackal idea suddenly made me think Jackal Viking, Jackal, and then of course Anubis just popped into my head. So this is an adapted Stargate cowl from the two Marines that got took over by the alien. One was Anubis, one was Hoth, and I've adapted it about 7 or 8 different places, so it's pretty far removed from the actual details, but still retains the imposing, futuristic yet historical look of Anubis. I'm going to adapt it again slightly change this circular pattern here, try to get a bit more of a badass effect. That's what I'm into, badass or go home. I say there's my stitching all the way through. Doubled on the back. Beast of a fire still on the side. Multi-groove it, so you've got something to work against. I say the finish now is slightly more of a matte, natural finish that allows you to top up the treatment. So it's got lots of Robert Radcliffe's blended waxes, and then carnauba over the top, and then whatever you want to do you can just top it up with Camilla oil or stuff like that. That goes in there like this. So that's where I'm at the moment. This one I'm hoping to start offer up for sale. I've got a few projects for the end of the month, but obviously as things go, doing the backlog of the orders, some cases they've paid up front, so I'm not actually working towards getting any more in by completing something. So dropping in with this one, keep an eye out, because I may actually offer this up next week once I see the outcome of the re-blue. Once I'm happy with it, I'll be prepared to let it go, because I've still got one jackal that's available to have as an example on my stall. So thanks for joining me again. Leather. Last sort of week and a bit of this. My stuff's measured in days, not hours. But so whilst I'm making that and I got this at a pause, I'm re-waxing the other ones constantly. So these are really heavily carnaubered. Sweet. Again, it's got from Wessex Blades.